In this one, I'll be reviewing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D for the 3DS. Very excited about this one. This just happens to be one of my favorite games of all time. And they did it no shame whatsoever on the 3DS. They just enhanced it even more. Another really cool thing about the Ocarina on this mode, you touch it. See, you can touch screen the notes down here. Or you can go to your song list and you can find the song that you want, like Saria's song. So there's no more trying to memorize songs by hitting start, going back to your ocarina. You can go back to it at any time and play it for yourself if you know it. But if you forget a song, you can just go to this little menu and play it from here, which makes it super handy. One of the really cool key features about this is down here in the items section, you can just switch out stuff with the touch of a button. No problem. Put it on and stuff like that. It's really handy. You can go to your map, see all of Hyrule, go to your gear, put on different stuff. As you can see, I've got about everything because I've beat the game. It makes it really handy, so much easier than hitting start and going back and all that. I really like the touchscreen feature. It's really handy. Another cool feature that they added is this new view thing. You click it here. You can move it around with your analog stick and see everything that you want. Or you can just move the DS around. And you can do that same thing with your slingshot, or your hook shot, or your boomerang. You can just move it around and shoot the thing that you want rather than using the analog stick. But if you play on 3D, you won't be using that feature at all. You'll be using the analog stick. Another little thing that they added in the Ocarina of Time on the 3DS is this little hint system. These are active at your places where you start at. Basically, there's these little stones. Tell Navi to talk to them. The Sheik stone stands silent and still. Receive vision of the future. It's basically a hint system. You go in there and they show you really cool little hints of what to do. But they don't ever give away like a secret. They just kind of show you. Here, let's desert journey. So if you get stuck, it gives you a hint what to do. I think that's really handy for people that are new to the game. Of course, if you've played this story before, you don't need that. And you don't have to do it. It's just really handy. So, in 3DS games, I rate things on 3 levels. 3D level, the addiction level or replay factor of it, and the overall funness of it. So let's start with the first one, the 3D. The 3D in this game is great. It's a 10. There's nothing to complain about. It's the best 3D effect I've seen in every game possible. It protrudes out the screen when you want it to. It protrudes down in the screen. It gives you way more depth perception. It's so fantastic. If you want a great 3D game for your 3DS, this is the one. Zelda. Overall addiction level of it, or replay factor. This one is definitely addiction. You will play it until you beat it. You will be obsessed with beating it. This is like the greatest game in the world. It's so fun. It brings back memories. And even if you've never played this Ocarina of Time before, new players will be addicted to it just as easy. The story is great. Everything about it is great. It's so fun. And that brings me to my third and final review for it. The funness. This game is so fun. It sets you back in time. You can go back as a little kid and then 7 years into the future as an adult. It has tons of puzzles in the dungeons. The dungeons are really fun to figure out on your own. I don't know what else I can say about it. It's just one of those games that you have to have. So that brings me to my final point. This is a must-buy. This is the one game on 3DS you must own. This is the greatest 3DS game I have played in my life. Overall, I don't want to do this, but it's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's the coolest game. Addiction, it's way up there. Replay factor, you'll keep on playing it. Even when you beat it, you get a Master Quest section, which it flips the world. There's more bad guys in the dungeon, so it makes it harder. They hit harder, so it's more challenging for the advanced players. And then, to top it off, the dungeons are rearranged. So, it's not playing the same game over again on a harder mode. It's playing almost like a new game. So they really stepped it up there. And that's one thing I really recommend about Zelda lovers. This is one that they actually tried hard on. I love the way they did it. I mean, there's nothing to complain about this game. It's so great.
So, what is my final review for Zelda? Well, addiction level, 10. It's so addictive. It's tons of replay value. The 3D, fantastic. That's a 10. Oh, and the funness of it. Oh, fantastic. That's a 10. Brings back memories for me. For newcomers, it will just light up their world. It's one of the greatest games ever. This is truly one of my favorite games. I played it so many times for the N64, and then they brought it back for the 3DS. Great job. Love it, Nintendo. This is one to buy. You must buy it. It's a 10 out of 10. Perfect game, must buy, and that's my review. Peace.